Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm Will. I'm joined by my co-host over here, the Grease. Say hello, Grease.
Smoke him if you got him.
That's what I said right before.
Right, I stole his line.
We're going to talk about some things.
It was a decent line. The delivery was a little off. I took care of it.
Nah, mine was better because I caught you off guard and you had like a pop to your face. So you were happy. So we're going to get into some things. We're going to drink a little bit. We're going to taste some stuff, but I want to talk about something real quick. I got these, I ordered a set of glasses off. You got them on Amazon, but you can get them many other places. This is called a Snoot glass.
Yep. I've seen them.
Ty uses them. Our buddy Ty.
Yeah, but isn't it aluminum on the inside?
Questionable. No, it's steel.
Steel?
Yeah, stainless steel.
Oh, okay. So
it's not aluminum.
Whiskey
it's not like
people
for your
armpits. Hold their already aged stock in steel vats.
Right. No, the steel is not going to impart anything to it. No, it's like a flask. Snoot.
Good on you, Snoot.
Here's what I like about him, because he took these to the Colorado fishing trip I went on. I like it because especially if you're outdoors or something, or if you're out on the river fishing, or if you're in a boat or around the pool.
It's not glass.
It's not glass. Yeah. So it's steel. It is a little different because it's metal. So it almost is a little bit different experience than drinking out of glass. But I ordered two. It came in a set of two. They're $40.
Oh, you got me one.
Oh, that got me.
They came in a set of two, Will.
I know. Odds of me losing one. Fine. No, don't put it in your shirt. I was actually going to drink out of it tonight and give you some reviews.
Oh, really? What's this right there?
All right, get it for me. Fish it out.
No, there's not.
Tiny hair. It's a tiny hair.
Man, I trimmed.
Don't know where that... Up here? On your chest?
All over.
On your testicles?
Oh, yeah. I trimmed. Daniel Shook made fun of my hairy arms one time, so I took a razor to him.
Yeah. I feel like he just likes to mess with you.
No. He's straightforward. Congratulations, by the way, Dan, on his victory at Matt Madness. He put up like 69 points, which he was very proud of, the fact that where he landed on.
He won, right?
He did win.
He win that round?
Yeah, Jason did great, too.
That was a heavy hitter round. That was like a big real deal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Hey, give me that little Jack Daniel's 12. Start the night off right. I'm going to see how it tastes out of the Snoot.
I revisited Jack 12 the other day, and I know originally I was like, I'm leaning towards the 10 better. That is no longer
12
the
is the one I said was whiskey of the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I did see someone try some, and they said something to the effect of like, I agree with Will on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. It's not whiskey of the year for me yet. I say yet because there's some other things that need to come out.
Yeah, there's 6 months left of the year, but I know for a fact this one is going to be one of my top 5 at the end of the year. Okay. There's no way that it's pushed out of that top 5 unless it is the most banner year of whiskey in this last 6 months.
Okay, so you need to save this.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a big bottle of this yet.
No. If I could get my hands on a big bottle, though, I would be a big boy. I'd be real happy. I'd be a real big boy.
I'd be a real big boy.
Yeah.
You going to pony up for it on the alternate webs?
No, I don't. I honestly don't even know how to do that anymore. Keep getting a busy signal.
Well, you go on there and
call back.
The thing you don't want to do is go in there and say BINISO.
Yeah, they get so
Can
mad.
I buy some whiskey?
Yeah, you got to throw emojis like you're in middle school.
Well, and the funny thing, I've always said this. Those people that are...
I've always said
I have, and we've talked about it before. Those emojis aren't fooling. Do you think they're really fooling the TBD? What is it called?
The TTB.
The TTB.
Or the ATF.
Or the ATF.
It's the ATF that you should be...
The only one I know is the FBI. Did they get involved in that?
No. I mean, who's to say?
Who's to say?
I haven't been charged.
Chris Ray's off the rocker out there.
Oh, man.
He's up and down.
Hey, speaking of, you just brought up that, like now that we have Chat GPT, which is like the consumer facing now AI that everyone can use.
Right.
The fact that anyone, and we've long said this as well, you have, and I give you credit for this as well, but the fact that we're like, man, Facebook doesn't know
Right.
They'll take down the post if you don't use this combo of emoji.
Yeah, you better use a deer for dollars.
Deer for bucks. Which I for the longest time, because I'm slightly stupid, it was like, is it deer hair? What is the deer doing?
Oh, yeah.
Like 5 deer hairs? I don't, because people say the doll hair.
Yeah, the doll hair. Yeah.
Anyhow, $5 or then a ship, like a cruise ship for the price including
100%.
ship. Like the fact that in this world, people are like, I can outsmart that Zuckerberg. Like, no, man. They knew exactly. It's just what they choose to take down and not take
Guys,
down.
when we use emojis, we only get shut down 6 times a year instead of 12.
I'd always tickled me was literally the fact that it was like, we can beat the system. And people would lose their minds if you put like an actual for sale. Now, I understand like,
and don't even bounce
a lot of
in
times
anybody's DMs.
it was mostly people reporting that within the own group. Like, I'm reporting this because they did it wrong.
Right. Oh, 100%. And then it just gets flagged.
Then they say, stop reporting your own group.
So just let everybody say whatever they want. Yeah. Nobody will report it. It'll be fine.
Right.
It'll probably last just as long.
Probably. Who's to say?
Yeah. I actually made a different internet, and I'm going to roll it out.
Internet 2.
Yes. And it's called Whiskey Internet. Whiskey Net.
Oh.
And I'm going to release it. And then basically it's like, like a web browser on private.
Uh-huh.
Now everybody needs to go to that first and then access this web page.
Got it.
And then when they get off of it, there'll be no.
Yeah, you're trying to air gap the whole thing.
I guess.
So the Snoot glass has like little fins in it too. Kind of like a Norland.
Oh, little agitators.
Little agitators, like an old school washing machine.
Right.
And then the bottom's got a little rubber disc for non-slippage.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna put that on your car dash?
Yeah, just in case. Hey, fella. Sit up there. Don't slide around. I mean, taking the car turns.
I'm trying to figure out like where you would set something that is on a pitch.
It may not even be pitch, but like water.
Okay, so it's kind of like a carbon footprint thing.
I don't know. I don't know why I said water. Like sometimes like a glass on like a glass tabletop.
Yeah,
will like get
rings.
A bubble. No, on glass it'll like get a glass. It'll start to slide. I guess a little bit of condensation under it. In the
we must stop the slide.
Yeah.
In 2024, we must stop the slide.
I like the concept of the little the foot grabber, but if you're telling me it's pointless, I'll believe you.
Vote to stop the slide 2024.
So that's it. $40 for 2. I think it's fine if you're going camping or something. You want
$20. That's $20. Well, it won't break. So I mean,
yeah, it's like the Yeti version
it'll last
of
longer than 3 Glens for sure.
Cairn, yeah.
Dude, I look at my Glen with a salty attitude,
and it shatters.
It just gives up.
In my lifetime, I've probably only broken like 4.
Oh, I'm double digits.
I know you are. You're a careless man.
4 of them fell from my cabinet onto the countertop.
Yeah.
And that was 30 minutes of making sure that my kids didn't step on glass. We sent the dog in.
And that there were bloody paw prints.
Yeah, if we
didn't get it all.
If we hear a yelp, we're like, dadgummit.
Didn't get all that still slaps. That Jack Daniel's.
It does slap. It's pretty good.
Slaps.
Well, since you brought your glass, I brought mine.
Yeah, you got a plastic 50 center. That's how you know Grease did not set up.
No, I actually took the glasses up, got them in the sink, and then I got distracted.
What distracted you?
Anything.
Oh man! Hey, if people see this little Easter egg over by you, you've got a Fireball bottle. I see what you're putting in front of me. I don't want to drink that.
I know. You would
not a chance.
You would.
That's a double negative.
Entendre.
Yeah, and there's no positive that comes out of that. Grease has got a bottle of Fireball. We were talking about that. They announced like in lead up to Father's Day, the Dragon's Reserve Fireball. So still 33% alcohol. But
33%. Like questionable if you should leave it out of the fridge.
Well, it's. I don't think it
over long periods of time.
I don't think it's gonna mess with you, but it's
because nothing would like to live in there.
The origin of Fireball Dragon Reserve is as mysterious as
there's
the
nothing,
pyramids of ancient
there
Egypt,
is nothing
UFOs,
mysterious,
or the hidden. I can't read. It's too small a print. This is the origin. It's like, this is a lie. This is a straight lie.
Oh my gosh.
But it's barrel aged essentially. So,
yeah, it's barrel. So they threw it in a barrel. Does it say do we know how long it's aged in the barrel?
No.
They just get to choose it.
It says for months.
4 months.
No, not 4. 4 months.
Just 4 months.
Yeah.
Like FOR months.
FOR, not FOUR.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, we age it for months.
Yeah. We age it for months.
You know
how many? 4, not 4.
They do that. So it's like, we need sales to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's just push that.
Now they
push that to a little less age.
They put it in a what looks like a real whiskey bottle. Like a cognac looking bottle.
Yes. Yeah.
It's only $20.
This is Sazerac's answer to the beer industry. They're like, we hate the fact that beer can be ready in 3 months.
Okay.
They're not having to pay a bunch of taxes on it. They're not having to all of that.
I mean, I don't know if it's the answer to the beer industry because they've been making Fireball for a long time.
Well, that's very fair.
It's not like now they're making it take longer.
It's barrel aged, man.
For months.
Yeah, for like months.
Now here's the thing: they're gonna come out with Fireball cast strength. They're gonna come out with Fireball small batch. They're gonna come.
This ain't Weller
with Fireball single barrel. They're gonna come out with Fireball experimental, which is it's a ancient grain neutral spirit. It's still grain neutral spirit they start off with, but it's from an ancient grain.
It's finished in Big Red. Vintage Big Red.
I loved Big Red. It was a good gum.
It was pretty decent.
Solid gum.
Pretty spicy.
You are a baby when it comes to spice.
No, I'm not.
Yes, 100%.
I
get 2 dabs of Tabasco on my eggs in the morning. Just 2 dabs of it.
I get level 8 at the Thai restaurant in my hometown.
Yeah, the Thai restaurant in your hometown that looks at you and says, this white boy is not getting a level 8. So white boy level 8 is like a 2.
No, I had...
Yeah.
Lauren got 2. 2 was a dream. 8
right, because they
basically killed me.
You know they have 2 different scales.
Women's scales and men's scales?
No. White scales for people like you. Yeah, Northeast Georgia country boy. And then they have Thai scale. You can't handle the Thai scale.
What's the Thai scale?
A lot hotter. So much hotter.
I like Thai.
I know you like Thai food.
I'm pretty sure they give it to me legit.
I highly doubt it.
Why would they not?
Suffer.
I ordered it.
I've seen you suffer on a wing. I love the faces. If you're just listening, he's so offended. But I've seen he gets heartburn.
I haven't had
to take a
heartburn in
Nexium.
like 2 years.
You know, because you haven't eaten a lot of spicy food. Did those chili dogs that you've eaten in the last 28 hours?
I had a lot of mustard on there, a little spicy.
How many chili dogs have you eaten in the last 28 hours?
8.
Why?
Because
Why?
I went to the Varsity in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They sell their chili in a can.
Right.
I brought it home. I continued the ritual.
So you had to have 8 of something? You had to overindulge.
I had what I wanted.
You wanted 8. Specifically 8.
For Father's Day, I wanted 5 chili dogs from Varsity.
That's what you asked for. 5, an odd number.
I asked
like a freak.
Right.
Who gets odd numbers of things.
Well, I normally get 3, and I'm just like, man, I really want another one. And I didn't want to risk it when I'm done with the 4th. Oh, I really want another one. Yeah. I actually didn't want another one after the 4th, but I choked it down.
Well, that seems to be a problem. If you didn't want something and you choked it down, like who were you competing with? Your heartburn? You're competing with that heartburn? Did you take a Nexium?
James Smith's barrel picks.
Did you take one? Did you take a Nexium?
No.
Oh, man. And we're getting a text message in 3, 2, 1 from James being, I heard what you idiots said about me. That's what he always says about Grease. We get a text the following day after the show airs. He's listening in the morning, riding to work, and it's always out of context, pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Always out of context, pissed off about something Grease said. It's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
It is really great. And he'll just say something, and we're like, come again?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
It's so funny because you get to experience a little bit of what I experience with you all the time. Out of context text messages.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's very
So
fair.
I like that you get to, dabble in it.
Yeah, but if I talked to you about it 3 days ago and it's the last thing I said to you, there should be context.
No, that's not how it works.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
Tell me how that is.
Tomato. It's actually really good. I've already had it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just some 9-year-old MGP, man.
I doubt it.
It is?
No, you don't have to state where it's from or how old it is on the label. You can lie. I seen it.
Batch them.
Batch them. Batch them if you got them.
Just walking through the Rick house, I'm just pointing at things. It's like, batch them.
I'll take this and this and this and this and batch them.
Those 6 barrels over there,
Batch it.
call it experimental and batch them.
Fireball batched. Man, this Fireball's batching.
We're running out of things to do to this
clearly.
Fireball whiskey.
Let's batch it.
So we're just gonna take a used bourbon barrel and throw it in there. It's not a new charred oak barrel, right?
No,
Definitely not.
No.
Why would they do that?
Waste it.
Because they're not going to be able to reuse the barrel unless they say, "Oh, it's an Amberana barrel." Just a fake news Amberana barrel.
That got me. That was pretty funny.
That popped.
Huge pop. Not big pop. Huge pop.
Huge pop.
Huge pop.
Huge pop.
Oh, man, you going to do some shots over there, that Fireball?
Yeah.
I thought about playing a game where if you get like a trivia game, maybe we'll do this in a future episode, but I thought about it where it's something like Fireball and then something nice. And it's like, if you get the question right, you get to have something nice. Oh. If you get the questions wrong, you have to do a shot of Fireball. And it's like, you do like
I'm awful at trivia.
I know. That's why it's fun for the people to listen to and watch. Yeah.
Or like, can I write the questions?
No, then you know the answers.
Yeah.
Or Derringer. They do Derringer for the bad.
Fireball, Derringer, Lusty Claw.
Oh, we could do a 5-flight. It's called Trivia Flights.
Or
it's called Trivia Flights. And it's a scale of like, there's 5 questions or maybe 3 questions so you don't die.
I can do 5 shots.
Well, especially a 66 proof, you can.
Oh, for sure. But the other stuff is not 66.
That's the thing is that you're not going to get questions right. That's why it's fun.
I'm getting this over with.
I'm going to do that. That's a fun game. I'll write the question. It takes preparation, but I think people would like that. That sounds like a fun idea. We'll do Fireball shot. We'll do 5 really or 3 to 5 crappy things and 3 to 5 good things. And if you get the question right, you get to have the good thing. If you get the question wrong, you get to have the bad thing.
That could be fun. I mean, I'm going to lose real bad.
I know. That's why it's great. It's exciting. People will love it.
I'm creating a content piece where I know Grease will fail.
Yeah, it's called Watch Him in Pain. Watch him ride.
Hey, man, what's DSP Kentucky 1?
Do you know the answer?
Yeah.
All right, say it.
But then you won't say it.
I know the answer.
I'll do 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. What will I say?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Bernheim. I turned my face away in case you were going to see my mouth doing it. And I'm like, I don't want him to do that.
I do look at your mouth a lot.
Yeah. The old pie hole's what they call it.
You got some good lips.
Yeah.
You don't need Botox.
Could get some filler from your lady.
I am so proud of you for using filler instead of Botox.
Well, you don't put Botox in the lip.
Well, you can do it
filler
above it to kind of flip the.
I'm talking about.
It's called a lip flip.
I want to plump. You get filler for plumping.
Yeah, you do get filler for plumping. I will say this: the swelling at first is going to make you look a little bit like a duck.
Yeah, a little aggressive.
But then
it'll
settle.
Freaking imagine
you having just luscious,
ridiculous that would look. How long does it last?
A little over a year.
Yeah, if it was going to be a 6-week thing, I'd think about doing it as like a let's raise some money for charity or something. But no,
like me dyeing my beard.
I'm not living with it for a year. That'd have to be a heck of a cause. I'd like curing world hunger.
I looked back at that show that I had the dyed beard.
It was aggressive.
It was so Billy Mays. It was incredible. And the whole time, I'm trying to like be serious, not draw attention.
No one can take you seriously. All the comments are like, "Does anyone else see something wrong here?" I love that you used box hair color for it. It wasn't even like
it wasn't even beard. It wasn't even a come in beard.
Yeah, no, it was straight up.
No, it was just. Well, and when I painted it on, it was like a cream color, and I was like, "This isn't going to work."
So you double dipped.
No. But she said, all right, you need to wash this off in like 3 minutes. So I took 10. Because I was like, but when I got up and I walked into the bathroom after 10 minutes, I said, oh, no. oh, no. So the only thing that really helped is I did trim it after the fact. So it kind of like had some see-through a little bit. But
yeah,
the gray was gone. It worked.
You weren't fooling anybody, though.
No, I was
here today, gone tomorrow.
There was one employee at our office. It was like, oh, it looks good.
That person lied to you.
Yes. Because I like it, Grace.
No.
Yeah, no.
No one did.
No.
Not even you.
All right, so have we talked fully about this? So it's just aged in barrels for some amount of money.
Yeah, it's only $20, and you can get it at Reserve Bar. Like pre-orders started at Reserve Bar, so I almost wonder if it's just like they're doing it as a publicity stunt. No, what
the pre-orders?
Yeah,
of Fireball.
ReserveBar.com.
Man, if 2023 didn't look weird at all, it does now.
Yeah.
So
you think we'll ever have a normal year again? Nah, everything's just gonna keep getting weirder.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, cool. So,
my mind went to so many things.
I know I did too, but speaking of that, I saw a headline in the Wall Street Journal the other day. I'm gonna read it to you because first of all, you know the movie That Thing You Do?
Yeah.
So, in that movie, the dad of
Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah, but the dad of the drummer.
Okay.
Is he's going through reading through the paper, and it's like all this like advertisements and stuff, and his competitor, it says he owns like an appliance store, and he's like, open on Sunday. I don't know if I want to live in a world where you have to be open on a Sunday. And so our buddy Logan and I always say that line, and this is from Wall Street Journal. It says, going out on, the going out top for men. Sheer shoulders, backless blouses, diaphanous negligee fabrics. Welcome to the era of the he halter.
Okay, well, he looks really good probably in anything.
And I said to Logan, I don't know if I want to live in the era of the he halter. It's weird.
I don't know if I want to live in
he's got a whole thing going on.
I don't know if I want to live in the
Dragon's Reserve era.
Why do they call it Dragon's Reserve?
Well, because that's a dragon on the front.
I know, but
and it's trying to make it seem like
Reserve?
It's better. Yeah, specialty. It's like the good stuff, the private stock of that dragon. You know a lot about dragon culture?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Have you seen a dragon?
I've
seen on one of those
seen a bearded dragon.
Caminos or
chameleon? Komodo? That's the one you're thinking. Those things are ferocious.
Yeah.
You seen them fight on the beach?
Is this Nature's Metal? Is this what
Oh, I love that page. It's
I
a
know
great
you
page.
do. I just figured.
No, I mean they'll rear up and just fight.
Yeah.
Fight in the sand, fight on the beach. And it's like, why what do you got to be so upset about, Komodo? You live on the beach. And that beach lifestyle. Chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't be so aggressive.
Sazerac missed the mark making that 90 proof, charging $20 more. They missed it.
I don't think they care.
We want a 90 proof Fireball.
No.
That's all we want.
No one wants that.
That's all we want.
That's all you want. You have to drink more of it at 66 proof. So you end up drinking more.
We want 90 proof.
No, you're
so
saying
we can
charge
drink less.
No, but they don't want you to drink less. They want you to drink more of it.
Well, they're getting money. They're getting more money for it.
Yeah, I think they've done the math.
They just want you to chug it.
I think they're good at math. Daniel Webster Weller or whatever. Founder of the dictionary and $500 whiskey.
Just so you guys know, in Vermont, you can get 15 cents if you turn this back
on
in.
the plastic bottle?
Yeah.
Hey, but if you live in New Hampshire, don't you collect a bunch of them and go across the border. That's tax fraud.
Well, it's iffy.
No. People get prosecuted.
Well, you just need a P.O. box.
I think you're about to give instructions on some tax fraud.
Listen, man, if anything is in question, just get a P.O. box. That's what we did.
No.
Well,
we've done no such thing.
It's an off-brand P.O. box.
No, but we've done no such thing of getting something in another state in order to then turn in recyclables for the change.
How many bottles would we need to collect for it to be financially beneficial for us to go?
Hear me out on this. What if the podcast, this is a caveat, this is a hypothetical, this is not real.
Okay.
For anyone watching that may be an authority. What if the whole podcast was a ruse for us getting free glass and bottles? And it's like Whiskey Weekend. It's just another way to collect more bottles that we can then go turn in for like recycling rebates. And it's like sample bottles. We're just offloading them. It's like, it's essentially, I mean, it's a little bit of work, but it's essentially passive income.
Why is Grease wanting us to finish one bottle before we move on to the next? And why is he sitting by the hotel door with a sack that says, "Give me all your empties"?
I don't trust y'all. Y'all refill them, sell them on eBay or something, saying it's Pappy Van Winkle.
Seriously, I'm just trying to stop corruption.
Can you imagine if it's like someone walks in, we're in a hotel bathroom, you and me just opening bottles, just dumping the contents. What are y'all doing? It's like, we got some bills to pay.
Somebody paid $70 for this.
And we're
going to pour it out so we can make 15.
And we're headed to Vermont.
Oh yeah, we just looked. Southwest tickets $69 each way.
You get 2 bags for free. You can add a third one for $50. It adds up in the end because you can get 50 pounds worth of glass.
That's 200 pounds of glass. 200 pounds of glass. We could basically check it on a plane.
Ought to be a law.
Free.
Yeah.
This got my wheels turning, Will.
Sir, any breakables in here? Oh, yeah. Whole daggum thing.
The whole thing. You're not going to want to sit that down. In fact, can we pay somebody to hold it the entire trip?
Like one's 49 pounds, one's 51. We did our weights were off a little bit at the house. And it's like, crud, unzip it, take one bottle out.
Bottle over there. Yeah.
I don't know why this tickles me so much, but this is hilarious. It's the funniest thing I've ever conceptualized.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, for once you were on my level of thinking.
Of stupidity.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
there.
Yeah, and you'll understand it's funny.
That's quite humorous.
It's quite humorous.
Humorous. Oh man.
What do you think about the non-barrel aged Fireball?
It tastes like melted down red hot candy to me.
It does. That's all it is. Everybody loves it because it's low proof. It's easy. You can't taste any whiskey on it. It's just pure cinnamon and alcohol.
Because I don't think it's actually. I think it's like grain neutral spirits and alcohol. I don't think there's any actual whiskey in it.
Sure. I don't know the answer.
Could be wrong. I could be right. We'll see. I've never read a bottle. Listen, ignite the night. They spelled night wrong.
It says whiskey on it.
It does. It says cinnamon whiskey. Whiskey with a SKY,
right,
with natural cinnamon flavor.
Right.
It's not any kind of whiskey you and I are drinking.
No.
But listen to this. Ignite the Night, which is spelled Nite.
Well, that low of proof, you can't ignite anything.
What you have here is smooth whiskey with a fiery kick of red hot cinnamon. It tastes like heaven, burns like hell. What happens next is up to you.
Dude, we should try to light Fireball on fire.
You can't.
It's in the name.
But you can't.
I'll find something that's not Fireball and we can light it on fire.
What if you mix the two?
Fireball blend?
Oh, let's do this.
Right?
Yeah, get that obtainium. You gotta kick it up.
Is it up there?
Did you have 36 of them?
Well, no, I have the one that's like 157 proof.
I don't necessarily want that.
Why not?
I don't know.
What else are you gonna mix with 66% out or 66 proof
What's
out?
that Tommy Rotten distillery?
What are you talking about?
Is that right there?
The Tommy Rotten.
Yeah.
Right there?
No, that's Old Bones. Yeah.
Oh, the Tommy. That's from New York. I can't imagine that it's good. I might have opened.
Where'd you get that?
My mom got it.
Yeah, she did. Does it say Tommy Rotten?
Yeah.
No,
Tommy Rotter.
I was about to say.
This is a Napa Valley Heritage Cask straight bourbon whiskey. It's 95 proof.
It's so sweet that your mom listens and gives you feedback, and you say things like, "My mom got that for me. I can't imagine it's good."
Well,
hey, at least your mom buys you whiskey.
It's just suspect when you have a
thoughtful
sticker going around the top that just says bourbon, bourbon, bourbon.
But it's really thoughtful of her.
Oh, for sure. No, I don't discredit my mom for getting something unique that I've never been able to try. That's the one thing that she tries to do. She tries to find stuff that I haven't tried.
It's extremely thoughtful. You should be a little bit more grateful.
I am grateful for my mom.
You said, I can't imagine that it's good.
I can't.
My mom got
It's
that
from New York, and it's very young, and I'd be willing to bet a lot of money it's not good.
All right, what are we going to mix with this Fireball?
Well, we should probably just do a special video on it.
Well, is there a reserve? Is there something that has reserve in it that we could add? And we can make our own Fireball reserve? like I don't know, Russell's?
Yeah.
Woodford?
I've got Russell's.
Yeah, you got a crap load of them right there.
Well, there's some open ones over there. We should.
You ever going to open these in here?
Yes.
Doubt that.
Just not when there's more open.
What do you think lasts longer, your bottle collection or the podcast itself?
Well, the rate we're going with
I don't know which one.
With Nook parties.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm wondering.
And my bourbon budget. Podcast is probably going to outlive it.
And that was a serious question.
Yeah.
Because on the surface, this looks egregious. Like when you just look at it, right?
Like none of this will be back here. It'll be like a diseased filled belt, decaying wood on this, and then just like all of these tubes will just be.
How long are you going to leave that right there?
This?
Yeah.
That man is champion? Until everybody knows.
Lame.
You can't even see it. It's like, unless you move back a little bit, you can't even see it. Dude, you want to tell them what we got in the mail?
Yeah, but are we going to do something?
Oh, yeah. We're going to add the reserve to it.
It's going to ruin our... No, let's not. We'll do it after the...
Well, I just need to find one.
But then, because we can do this, and I don't want to ruin our palates with that, even though you've already had some Fireball. So
I did, but it was like 10 minutes ago.
All right. This came from our friends at Woodford. This is Woodford Reserve Batch Proof 124.7 proof. It was released May 31st of this year. So just a couple weeks back, they sent us a little 100 ml sample. Thanks to the folks at Woodford. We're going to review it.
Yeah.
On
their latest release.
Other side of the
Batch
15. You want to hit the music?
Hit the music, baby. Boom, 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 boom.
Batch proof. All right. Hey, our buddy Jamie over at Woodford Reserve, he sent this in the mail, and this is their new batch proof. It's 124.7 proof. It was released on May 31st of this year. It is SRP of $129.99, which I believe is the same for all of them, all of the batch proofs. I'm excited about this. I really like the Woodford Batch Proof series. It's definitely my favorite product from Woodford. The double oak is a close second, though. I do like the double oak, and so
Smells great.
I mean, cast strength Woodford Reserve. What I mean, it sounds great. Let's drink it. Smells good. Smells very fruit forward.
Yeah. Kind of darker fruit.
I was thinking lighter fruit, like a kiwi.
No, I'm getting like deep, dark fruit.
Yeah. Some
Like
rose
an
hip.
eggplant.
Eggplant parmesan. That's a vegetable, I believe.
Parmesan.
I could nose this all day, though. This is really, really a wonderful nose.
Never judge on the first sip, which, by the way, the first hit, I was like, yes. And then it kind of did this kind of sour thing, but I think it's just because I've had Fireball. Oh. Much better.
I've only taken one sip, and it's still just sitting here. It camped out on my tongue.
Salivation City. Oak is great.
You ever had
Very balanced oak.
You ever had a whiskey just pitch a chint right there on your tongue? That's what this one did. It's camping. It's straight up camping out.
It's fly fish.
It's not going anywhere.
Unlike Will's phone when he's fishing.
That's where the other day you were like, call me. It's because you were on the road.
Yeah.
I was out fishing.
Oh.
And now I have got a dry bag that, like, one, keeps everything dry.
Right.
But two, if it were to fall in, it'll float. And so I take my phone, my keys, and my wallet, put it in the dry bag, and it just stays there. And so I wasn't getting your calls. I wasn't ignoring.
Should get one of these watches, though.
Nah, you know what? I like when I go out for a couple hours to fish, just being unreachable. Just need a minute, you know? Like, I've got my phone if there's an actual...
By the looks of it, those fish are unreachable, Will.
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean by the looks of it? I'm catching them in my hand.
You are, which, by the way, what's it called, your channel?
Oh, yeah. It's a Whiskey Bugger.
Whiskey Bugger. Basically, Will goes fishing, and he also, talks about a whiskey.
I did
drink it?
one.
He did one.
One video.
I liked it.
So
I watched all of it. It was very entertaining because I'm waiting for him to land this monster. And instead...
I'm in like a creek. It's
right.
It's the Harpeth River. But
they're smaller, but man, they are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like super cool colors, bluegill, all that stuff.
So what I do is mainly, I started doing this so that I wouldn't pull my phone out. To have to take pictures and stuff too, is I started running a GoPro just to have it. So if I catch a cool fish, I can have it. And then I'm like, oh, I should just do this and maybe I'll pop a whiskey on the river. So I did it once.
Yeah.
And it exists. We'll see if I do it again. I mean, then it's like, well, is it taking away from just going out and fishing? If I'm trying.
Oh, that's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
But it's fun. So
that's your respite.
At Whiskey Bugger, YouTube and Instagram is where that's at. But
with an EY or just a Y?
EY. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a absurd podcast video of you and me fishing together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the goal. I actually want
that's the goal.
I want you sitting in the front of my kayak like you're my child. That's actually not a bad idea.
I get honey. I get pear. I get a plum.
Oh,
I get
pear
oak.
For sure is in there, and honey. Some traditional vanilla as well.
Yeah.
I'll read you there.
Honey drizzled pear in oak.
This says it's a range of sweet aromatics, fruit, spice, wood and grain characteristics in its purest form.
There ain't no grain in that.
Oh, I mean, there's technically no, but it's not grainy. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to find if there's any other. Oh, here we go. Color, burnt orange. Satisfied with that. Nutty toasted almond. This is the aroma. Cherry and overripe banana. So cherry, there's your dark fruit.
Yeah.
Hints of oak sprinkled with citrus zest that evolves into lively pepper. That is actually a very descriptive.
That is very,
notes.
and that's actually, that's a very good note for this.
That's not absurd.
No.
The taste, peppery baking spice. I can see that. Cardamom and pine.
It's cardamom.
It's like no, it's a spice, but it's used in like Indian cooking.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it would be. And, it's in like if you've had a
oh man, they paid the taxes on this.
like a biryani bowl.
I love brownie.
There's some cardamom in there. And then the finish is a concise finish of leather, cedar, and dry vanilla. I don't know if I'd call it concise. Like I said, it set up camp. It dug.
No, yeah, no, it's there.
It's going to be there for a minute.
It is going to be there for a minute. One, I've loved these batch proofs in the past. That does not stop here. This is really good. Retail on this
$129.
Listen, there's not many of these that are going to be out there. It's a limited release. You know, if you're lucky to find one at retail, then awesome. I would say grab it.
Yeah.
Most of you are going to want to search this out and have it in a bar. Yeah, I think it's very worth probably the $15 for an ounce and a half, if you had to guess.
Maybe 20. Yeah, maybe
20.
Maybe a little bit more.
At that price, you will enjoy that. That's so. I guess I'm technically a bar only because you're not going to be able to find a lot of them.
I think owning a batch proof of Woodford Reserve, whether it be this one, if you come across another one, I've had several of them. I've liked every one that I've had. And so I think getting a batch proof, if you
there's some that fall shorter than others, but yes, for the most part, they've been really good. There's just some.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And so I think if you come across one, it's a buy. Like if you don't have one in your portfolio, you see one, it's at retail, I think it's a buy. If you have one, I don't know that you have to get another one immediately. Does that make sense? Like,
oh yeah, no, 100%.
Like this isn't one I'm in the.
You're not going to crush this.
I'm in the market for every release I've got to get, and I've got to rush and get it. And if I've got one, I want to back up. But I think it's a solid buy to own one. And if you've had one in the past and it's gone now, and you come across it and it's this one, buy this one. Like I think it's worth having a bottle of this. But I don't. It's
for $129.
I don't think it's going to hit
the oak.
Yeah,
the oak. I would argue that this oak is perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect balance of oak. And if you like oak and you like it to be in the sweet spot of oak, then I do think this is worth $129.
And that goes back to it. Like this is a very good ratcheted up flavor profile of a good, solid, classic bourbon flavor. You know what I mean? Like this is what I like about batch proof whiskey. It's not crazy left field. It's not this bizarre profile. It's not some odd finish that is a unique barrel. It is what it is. It is really solid, higher proof bourbon, and I think it's well crafted. So that's why I think it's worth picking up a bottle, especially these days of crazy bourbon prices. I kind of like this, and this is probably going to be blasphemy, because of the consistency in the bourbon profile. It's a little bit sweeter. I like this better than some Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
Yes,
because some get too oaky, some get too nutty, too earthy. Like this is sweet. It's got some delicate notes to it, even though it's a higher proof bourbon. It's solid. And like you said, it has the right amount of oak.
More often than not, especially on the last 3 years of Elijah Craig barrel proofs, I'm getting this like soured oak. Like it just doesn't, it's harsh. It takes away from the character. It's overpowering. I don't know what it is, but the consensus online is that, they're definitely falling away from what that release used to be.
Yeah. No, I think that's accurate.
Yeah. No, but this lights a fire under that offering.
Speaking of lighting a fire, we're going to go cut a video right after this where we talked about earlier making our own Fireball Reserve. So we're going to make our own Fireball Dragon's Reserve, and we're going to try to make it flammable.
So if you want to see this video,
you got to search it out.
It's coming after this episode.
Yep. We're going to make a Fireball cocktail. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching and listening this week to the podcast. If you want to support us, patreon.com. You want more? Is that guys? No. Patreon.com/the podcast. We just did a virtual bar night this past week. We're doing a town hall coming up. Those are really great levels. Check them out to where you get to hang out with us online in a Zoom format, but it's basically like hanging out with buddies and drinking, and I don't know what Grease just spit out of his mouth. It was a barrel proof that did not agree with him that was not made by Woodford Reserve. So check us out at patreon.com/the podcast. It keeps the proverbial lights on as well as the actual lights on in the studio and helps us keep making content. Anything else you want to plug, push besides sub and thumb and stuff like that?
Thumb it up, man. It's free.
Thumb it up.
Like, why are you not doing that?
Yeah.
Click the X if you're on mobile. Go over there and click the daggum thumb.
Yeah.
If you're on a browser, it's right there.
Yeah. It's in your face, Ace.
And it's like, oh, I drink whiskey. Yeah. I like whiskey.
Right.
Regardless if you think we're funny or not.
Probably don't.
Or well-versed in whiskey.
Not.
Support us anyway.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We don't know Jack.
But we'll drink it.